Welcome, I'm Sharon Abaud, immigration attorney. In this video, I'm going to answer a question that's being asked of me over and over again in the comments. I'm listening to you. This video is about how to prove you have a real marriage with someone when you are living abroad. Great question, and here I have the answers. Stay tuned. Before I get started, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. I really try to listen to you guys and answer your questions through these videos. It's a great community where we can help each other out, and I love to be able to guide you throughout this immigration journey. The situation is this: perhaps you are the person trying to immigrate in the United States, or perhaps you are a U.S. citizen trying to bring in your spouse, and this person has never even stepped foot in the United States, and maybe you guys have never even lived together. You've been traveling to see each other, and you've just been going back and forth and not really having a chance to live together yet. That's why you're doing this, right? So in those cases, I understand you probably don't have a joint bank account yet. You probably haven't filed taxes. You probably had a joint rental agreement. There's all these things that I ask about that I tell you you can use to prove your marriage. You probably don't have that because you've never had a chance to live together, and that's why you're doing this. So how do you prove that? Well, there are other ways. For one, pictures. Show us your pictures. You probably have tons of pictures, especially if you're constantly traveling to see each other. You value each other's time more. You appreciate the time you spend together, and it's a great chance you probably have great pictures together. So share those pictures and make sure you know where it was, date, and that it looks you're like happy in love together, that it shows that. Another way you can prove is maybe you have lots of texts to each other, show that you guys are communicating to each other when you're apart. Maybe you email each other, maybe you WhatsApp each other. Print those out. That is great evidence. Another way is sending proof that you guys are traveling to see each other. Even if it's just one person to see the other because maybe the immigrant can't come to the U.S., send copies of those plane tickets to show that you've been going back. And it's a great sacrifice. You're paying money every time, losing time at work, but that you love this person so much that you could keep going back to see them. You may also want to include letters from each other. So this is your chance to tell immigration, this is what this person means to me, and I want to start my life with this person. This is how I met her or him. And you both want to write a letter to the officer. If someone doesn't speak English, needs to write it in their native language, that's okay, so long as they're just going to want to get a certified translation of it in English. And you just want to be able to describe it as much as you can. If someone is sending money, if there's a U.S. citizen maybe sending money to the spouse or other way around, we want to send proof of that as well. Just any type of evidence. So if you're in a situation where you haven't lived together yet because your spouse is still abroad and this is why you want to do this whole thing, don't worry, there's still a way you can prove your marriage is real. And if your marriage, I just want to remind you that if your marriage is under 2 years, you're going to get a conditional residency once it's all granted, which means that in less than 2 years you will have to file to take away those conditions. I have made videos about the lifting of conditions, and I will make more videos about it because it's a big topic. But for now, you probably just want to worry about proving that your marriage is real at the initial stage. I hope this video helped you and answered your questions. I love listening to you, so please bring on the suggestions. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.